I was being driven back from the airport by a cabbie who was going on about how Darth Vader was the archangel of Lucifer, and that Luke was blocking his re-entry into our realm from another dimension. And I'm starting to look at the little card and memorizing his name. He reached over at one point to get something out of the glove compartment. I thought, if he comes out with a handgun, I don't know what I'm going to do because I can't jump out of the car this fast. But I do know when I got home, I told him I lived about 5 houses down. And I dropped out and then another house and then waited till he left and snuck back. So, I mean, when you talk about fantasy or other worlds and so forth, there's a tiny infinitesimal segment of people that are not like you or I. And when you come face to face with them, it's like gulp. But mostly I mean, again, I'm singling out one oddball experience in all these 30 years that it's been going on. For the most part, it's been wonderful because people feel like they know you. Kids are taught not to talk to strangers, and they don't think I am one. So it's really a gift, I think.
What is it you're involved with in the world?
Well, one of the producers of Sushi Girl knew someone from Boobaroo, and I went in and had a meeting with them. I had done a few podcasts I mentioned in the panel, one with Tom Wilson, one with Rob Paulson, and one recently with Kevin Smith. One summer I took over a radio show. This guy was going on vacation. It was like on the weekends, like no audience, but it was a call-in show, and if nothing else, I'm good at making sure there's no dead air. I have the gift of gab. I can just keep talking, especially when I have phone calls, when I have people calling in and asking questions. It's like a walk in the park for me. So I said, I know I can do this. The question is, what would I do with it? That's why it's taken me so long to try and figure out what it is. It was great to be on this panel because I was hearing what everybody else is doing. And that's why I'm going to do a handful of shows, maybe half a dozen, and see how it goes, rather than commit to 3 years and 50 shows. Because I really want to be. What I like about doing podcasts, it's like having fans into your living room. It's an arduous task to answer fan mail piece by piece, or emails piece by piece, or even Twitter accounts, Twitter by Twitter by Twitter. It was a great way to, I think, stay in touch with a fan base that's out there that are interested in your experiences and the stories that bore your relatives to tears. I worked with Robert Mitchum, and he was sober.
The one time.
When I realized, because I started writing down all these people that I've worked with over the years, I had forgotten I'd worked with this person. I worked with Bill Bixby, I worked with Sam Fuller, Lee Marvin, it just goes on and on and on. And I'm a movie buff myself, so we'll see where it goes. I just like the idea of being on with people and being an enabler for what they want to hear. I'm not pushing a product, I'm not corporately sponsored by this soft drink or that tennis shoe, and I find that refreshing. I'm old enough to remember old school talk shows where they'd have like an author with a jazz musician, a stand-up comedian, and a musical comedy star, and they just open up the floor to talk, like Joe Franklin or Jack Parr. Nowadays it's so, you've got to push that click, you've got to push that CD, you've got to wedge it in 4.5 minutes before you get the next commercial. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's nothing that can compete with that.